So hi and good morning students. नमस्ते. My name is Monalisa. आज हम स्ट्रेटजिक ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट पढ़ना शुरू कर रहे हैं. So let's begin. Under this topic, we will try to get the answers of following question. That is, question number 1. What do we mean from strategic HRM? Question 2. What is the aim of strategic HRM? Question 3. What do we mean from strategic fit? Question 4. What is the process of a strategic HRM? Question 5. Does a strategic HRM has any theory? Question 7. What do we mean from 5P model of SHRM? So let's begin. Today, out of these 7 questions, we will try to get the answer of these first 3 questions. That is, what does a strategic HRM mean? Question 2. What is the aim or element of a strategic HRM? Question 3. What do we mean from strategic fit? Okay. So what do we mean from SHRM? Well, the name SHRM expands to Strategic Human Resource Management. This concept is basically a combination of 2 concepts, namely strategic management and human resource management. So to make it understand, first we need to understand all of the following. That is, what is a strategy, then after strategic management, and then after human resource management. So let's begin our journey from what is a strategy. Well, as per Oxford Dictionary, strategy is defined as the plan of action designed to achieve a long-term goal of an organization. Now over here, we could see there is a 2 different words. They both are technical, that is plan of action and the long-term goal. So to understand strategy, first of all, we need to understand plan of action and long-term goal. So what is plan of action? Well, plan of action is a process which includes number 1, determination of goal or objective. Number 2, adoption of a course of action. Number 3, resources and its allocation. That is, an action cannot be known as a plan of action if the goal has not been decided, or else, and even if case the goal is decided, if the course of action, required course of action is not decided, what are the resources that are going to be used, how it going to be allocated, if these things have not been decided, then an action cannot be known as plan of action. So basically, a plan of action is a well-planned action where everything is pre-decided, whether it's a goal, course of action, or the resources. So what is long-term goal? A long-term goal is something that need to be accomplished in the future. They are not something that we can do this week or even this year. It is something that requires a period more than a year, that is 365 days. So can we call a plan of action required to achieve a short-term goal as a strategy? The answer is no. Can we call a plan of action required to achieve any middle-term goal as a strategy? The answer is again no. Why? Because strategy refers to a plan of action required to achieve a long-term goal only, not any short-term and not any middle-term goal. So whenever we are referring to strategy, it means we are referring to our long-term plan, long-term goal, and it's a course of action that is required to be achieved. Well, on the basis of what we have understood till now, let's try to find out the meaning of what is a strategy once again. Well, as we know, a strategy is a plan of action needed for long-term goal. And what is the plan of action? It is basically a determination of a goal. Which type of goal? Whose course of action? and the resource allocation, everything is pre-decided. Now, now let's try to get the answer of what is strategic management at all. Strategic management refers to first set of decision and action which is required. For which reason? For the formation of a strategy, implementation of a strategy, and last but not least, evaluation and control of a strategy. So basically, from strategic management, we mean set of decision and action which is required. First, for the formation of a strategy, second, for the implementation of a strategy, third, for the evaluation of strategy. Right? So finally we got succeeded in getting an answer of what is strategic management. Now let's try to find out what the Pierce and Robinson sir has to say about strategic management. Well, according to Pierce and Robinson sir, strategic management is a set of decision and action resulting in the formation and implementation of a strategy designed to achieve the objective of the organization. Basically, in both of these definition, we are speaking about set of decision and action which is required. For which reason? For the formation and implementation and evaluation of a strategy. So this definition has been given by Pierce and Robinson sir in 1988. Let us try to understand what are the elements of strategic management. Well, students, to understand strategic elements of strategic management, we need to recall what was strategic management at all. Well, strategic management was all about making a different decisions. And for which reason we are making a decision? So that we, for the formation of a strategy, number one, for the implementation of a strategy, and number third, for the evaluation of a strategy. So, the basic theme is we are supposed to make a decision. Now, student, try to understand how a decision is made. A decision cannot be made until unless we have scanned the different environmental scenario. We have scanned all the external and internal environmental scenario. So what are the elements of strategic management? Well, its element starts from scanning the environmental scenario. This environmental scanning includes external scanning as well as internal scanning. And then after strategic formation, then after strategic implementation, last but not least, evaluation and control. So this is all about the elements of a strategic management. So student, till now we have understood regarding what is strategy, what is strategic management, and to understand the strategic human resource management, we need now to understand what is human resource management. Over here, student, I wanted to share is that human resource management is and its concept has already been discussed in my previous lecture. I will be sharing the link of the video in the description. Over here, what I have done is that I have just added the bottom line crisp of the subject called human resource management. The detailed analysis of this subject is in the description box. The first thing, now let's start the HRM. Well, the term HRM expands to human resource management, as we all know. Second, HRM implies to implementation of management principles for managing the workforce of an organization so that the organization goal could be achieved in most efficient manner. So what basically we are doing in HRM is implementing a management principle, implementing a basic management principle, HR principles for managing the workforce so that the goal could be achieved in the most efficient manner. We are implementing the management principle. This is the basic theme of HRM. Let's now, with all this much of understanding, let's try to find out the answer of our question number 1. What does the strategic human resource management mean? What is the meaning of a strategic HRM? What do we mean from SHRM? Well, Strategic concept of strategic HRM is basically a combination of strategic management and human resource management. Now see what is written here. Strategic HRM is a process of integrating. What we are integrating? The business strategy along with HR practices. And for which reason? So that the strategic goal could be achieved and we gain a competitive advantage. So strategic HRM is all about integrating two different concepts, that is business strategy and HR practices. And what is the basic theme? What are the reason of integrating these two practices, principal strategies? To gain a competitive advantage in a market. So basically strategic human resource management mean it is a process from so basically strategic HRM is a process of integrating the business strategy with the HR practices to achieve the strategic goal of the organization and gain the competitive advantage over others. Okay, so this is all about the strategic HRM. Let's try to see what the Michelle Armstrong has to say about strategic HRM. Well, Michelle Armstrong sir has defined strategic HRM as an approach that defines how the organization goal will be achieved through people by means of integrating HR practices, policies with HR strategies. So this is all about strategic human resource management. Now let's try to find out the answer of what is the aim of this strategic HRM. Well, the first aim is to provide a link between the goal and objective strategy of the organization and human resource. It is basically working as a bridge between the strategic goal and the human resource of an organization. Second, what is SHRM? We may say that it aims at focusing at the ways how a human resource of an organization can directly impact the growth of the company. So this is all about the aim of a strategic HRM. Let's move to another slide. Over here, we will try to find out the meaning of what strategic fit. So our question number 3 is, what do we mean from a strategic fit? To understand strategic fit, let us try to recall the concept that we have learned about the strategic human resource management. So what is it all about? Strategic human resource management. Over there we learned that whenever the integration of business strategy along with HR practices happen, it is called strategic human resource management. So under the strategic human resource management, an integration of business strategy along with HR practices take place. And why do we do all this? So that we could gain a competitive edge in a market over others. So the prime objective of any strategic human resource management is to gain a competitive edge in a market over others. And how do we attain all that? With the help of integrating the business strategy with HR practices. This is what we have learned till now in our previous slide under the heading called strategic human resource management, right? So now let us try to understand the concept of strategic fit in the purview of this definition. Now, strategic fit says that if an organization is looking to maximize the competitive advantage, and what the advantage that was the prime reason of any strategic human resource management. The competitive advantage was a prime objective of the strategic human resource management. We have learned till now this. But over here, what we are doing, an organization is looking to maximize this competitive advantage, not to gain a competitive advantage, but to how to maximize this competitive advantage. Then, and to attain all this, what he can do? Well, he try to ensure that whatever the internal resources they have in terms of the skill and other resources, it should must match with the opportunity available outside the organization. Whatever the resources, internal resources that an organization have should must get whatever the resources the organization has should must be good enough to grab the maximum opportunities available outside the organization. Whatever the resources an organization has should be fit enough to grab the maximum opportunity outside the organization. And for this reason, since over here it is very important that the resources, internal resources, should be fit enough to grab the maximum opportunity. For this reason, this entire concept of grabbing the opportunity is called strategic fit. The entire concept of grabbing the maximum opportunity with the help of strategic is called strategic fit, because that strategy should be fit enough to ensure that in the internal resources whatever we have are good enough to grab the maximum opportunity. And underlying objective of all this is to gain a maximum competitive advantage. So with the help of strategic human resource management, we learned that the aim is to gain a competitive advantage. But over here, with the help of strategic fit theories, an organization try to gain a optimum or say maximum opportunity and gain the maximum competitive advantage over the others. So that's all about the strategic fit. Let me read what is written here. For the term strategic fit means if an organization seeks to maximize the competitive advantage, then it must match its internal resources and skills with the opportunities available in the external environment. Must match, must be fit enough, must match enough, must be good enough. So this is all about the strategic fit. So let's move to our another slide. So today we have learned what is the strategy, and meanwhile during the process of learning the strategy, we have also learned what is the plan of action and what is the long term plan. At the same time, we also learn after this we learn strategic management, and then after we try to recall the concept that we have already learned about the human resource management. And on the basis of all of the above concepts, we try to find out the questions that we were looking for. The first, what is the meaning of SHR, the aim and elements of SHRM, and the meaning of strategic fit. So that's all for the today. Tomorrow we will try to find out the answer of what is the process of strategic human resource management. Second, what are does the strategic management has any theory? Third, what are the various types of SHRM? Fourth, and what do we mean from 5P model of SHRM? So students, I wanted to announce this giveaway. Whoever will like, share, subscribe with best comment, they will win rupees 100 INR. And from best comment, I mean your honest comment. So please do write back to me. Please do share your experience. Please do share and what do you really feel and what this tutorial has added in your preparation. Please do share your experience. Well, this giveaway will start from the 23rd June 2021 8 a.m. and this will end on 24th June 2021 at 8 a.m. So basically for the period of 24 hours, and the winner will be, the name of the winner will be declared on 26th June 2021. So best of luck. So thank you so much for watching and having patience with me. This is the homework. Please do like, share, subscribe. And thank you so much for all the support that you people are showing over me. It really means a lot to me. And I'm eagerly waiting for all your comments as well. So God bless you all. Jai Hind.